Number 19 on our Cache Valley Media Group's list of the top 25 Aggies is Xavier Williams. It appears he will wear number 3 as a junior transferring to Utah State from Alabama. A 3-star recruit as a graduate transfer. He spent 4 years at Alabama, appeared in 11 games, did not play this past season. He already has graduated from Alabama with a degree. He's now working on a second bachelor's degree at Utah State in agricultural systems technology. But going back, he was rated the number 3 receiver, number 29 player, and 8th best player from Florida in the rankings when he went out from high school football to Alabama. So he's 6'1", 190 pounds, and helping at Aggie wide receiver, number 19 on our list is Xavier Williams.
So Xavier Williams, as Al pointed out, transferred from Alabama, spent 4 seasons with the Crimson Tide. And unfortunately in those 4 seasons, he did mostly nothing. In his entire 4 seasons, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021, he has 3 catches for 24 yards. All of those 3 catches came in the one season. It was 2020. Didn't play in 2018 or 2019. And I believe due to injury, he did not play in 2021. Though, to be honest, if you look at his teammates at Alabama, at just wide receiver, it's pretty insane. Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith, John Mechie, Jamison Williams. All of those guys are in the NFL or made the NFL. Henry Ruggs has some issues he's got to deal with, but he was drafted. Most of these guys, first-round draft picks. In fact, I think just about all of them were. First or second round. So, like, top-end wide receiver talent around Xavier Williams. And heck, even in his class, he was rated the 24th best wide receiver in the 2018 recruiting class. Other guys around him, and I was just looking at names I recognized. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's in the NFL. Jalen Waddle, already mentioned him. He's with the Dolphins. Those 2 guys were ranked ahead of Xavier Williams. Jamar Chase, Kyle Phillips, Tyquan Thornton. All of those guys, those 5 names all in his same class, all those guys are in the NFL now. All drafted. Some in the first round, some have already seen some really big moments. Jamar Chase obviously having some good success. Waddle too. And even Amon-Ra St. Brown, I believe, plays for the Detroit Lions. Having a good opening season, even on a pretty bad team. And then Phillips and Thornton were both drafted this year. Thornton being drafted to my New England Patriots. I forget where Kyle Phillips went. I wanted the Patriots to draft Kyle Phillips, but they didn't. And I can't remember who grabbed Phillips. So Xavier Williams' story is a story of being surrounded by players who just appear to be better than him, or at least are considered better than him because they got the opportunities. Xavier Williams just never seemed to get an opportunity at Alabama. He was a 4-star recruit coming out. Like I said, 24th best wide receiver of his class, 143rd nationally. This according to 24/7. I don't know what ESPN or any of the other recruiting sites had him as. But clearly considered very talented, but just had even more spectacularly talented guys around him. And so he just wasn't able to break through. And so it seems that coming to Utah State, he's got his eyes on, he's going to try being the bigger fish in a smaller pond as opposed to being the medium fish in the large pond. So hopefully he's able to break through with Utah State. We've seen a lot of talk about Brian Cobbs. He seemed to perform a lot better in spring ball. I kind of fell in love with Xavier Williams initially, just partly because of the Alabama thing and former 4-star. I love seeing these kind of P5 recruits come to Utah State because it's bringing in super talented guys. It's hard to get guys at Utah State that just have talent. So many times at Utah State you have to find under-the-radar guys who don't have the super great measurables, who don't have the super great speed, or maybe they have speed but they're too small, or they have size and they're too slow. Here maybe you can get a guy in Xavier Williams who could be the whole package in terms of tools. Maybe he doesn't work out, but you get a chance. You get a chance at a talented guy, a former 4-star recruit. So this is his chance to break through and be something. You know, just like a lot of the transfers. You know, Gervin Hall is kind of that way too. Didn't do much at Miami. He has a chance to do something here at Utah State. And that's what a lot of these P5 transfers are. They have a lot of the same story.